But go ahead, brother Hank. What are your thoughts about Cardi B being pregnant again? I know you're a sports fan, and Stefane, he has one child. He has one child, and this child he's going to have with Cardi B will make number 2. Just so you guys know. But go ahead, Hank.
Yeah, I don't even know why anybody would want to first how she got married, because she's a goddamn stripper, man, a prostitute, pretty much a legalized prostitute. But the fact that she got married was nasty work by Offset. But it is what it is. But she got pregnant by another man outside, like she said before he got everything final. That's going to be nasty. And if it is Stefane, yeah. His last name ain't gonna be unless he gets that fixed. Had to go through the court papers, get that fixed, and so that's gonna be an ugly situation. Yeah, it's bad all the way around. I know Willie said it's her fault, but I'm not surprised by a hoe being a hoe. But as a man, god damn dog, why? I gotta put it on him. I gotta put it on him, man, for getting this nasty heifer pregnant, man. Just due to the situation, she's still married. This heifer's still married. You dropping loads in her. Yeah, it's all the way bad.
Why matter if she married?
You said what?
Why matter if Cardi B is married? Like,
why does it matter that she's married?
Yeah, she separated. She done with Offset. He wanted.
Yeah, but just because you separated don't mean you done with him. They can always get back.
If he get back with her after she got a baby by another
he
nigga.
Married her, man. He married her. That alone says his judge of character is shitty. So what the fuck, man? Yeah, but man, you sit there and say that. You sit there and say that though, but the woman's still married. You don't understand. Some people in the marriage she may be done with him, but he may not be done. You got situations like that where dudes feel like he's still tied to this woman, and if you out somewhere and he sees it, he might snap. I wouldn't marry with a woman who's not completely done with the situation and has got some time between that situation, because you never know how certain individuals feel about certain situations. Even a woman could snap and he's out with a new woman. We've seen situations like that. I've seen it on TikTok a couple times where a man was still with this, legally married to the woman. They wasn't together, but he felt some type of way when he seen her how hurt she was out. And he goes snapping on her. They've been separated for over a year.
Do you think it's inappropriate for her to be out here like searching for new suitors simply because of him? Like, should she really?
She's married.
The woman who made wet ass pussy.
She's actually divorced. They filed for divorce,
she's not
right?
Divorced.
They're like,
she's married.
They have filed for divorce. It's going through the process.
There's no final divorce.
But until the paperwork signed,
that means she's still married.
Guys.
Yeah. Wait. Like, I think this might be a teachable moment, so she can kind of learn. But when you file for divorce, you're still legally divorced until the judge puts a stamp on it.
Correct.
And, right. So what they're saying is that even though they filed for divorce, by
he meant to stay legally married. That's what he meant to say.
Legally married.
Yeah.
Right.
It's like filing for a trademark. It's not approved until it's registered.
So she has to wait that like 6 months to a year legal process to finish before she finds love.
In some states.
No,
it ain't in some states. It's in
like
all 50 states.
She said before she finds love.
Right, before she found love. Not
if only that's what we were talking about. This woman is pregnant by another nigga married to another nigga. That's like, why are we defending?
She also
like this. Like
this behavior is normal.
It's very few and far in between where I see us support bald headed hoe shit so like vehemently. Because like if a man had did this, if any of these athletes was married, we'll just say Tom Brady was married and he went and got his side bitch pregnant while he was still married to old girl, even though they filed for divorce. No disrespect to any of you ladies up here, but y'all will be on his ass talking about typical man. Look at him, because men are typically the ones that like, I'm going through a divorce. We just roommates type shit. And now we're saying, oh well, she should have to wait until she finds love to be divorced. Like, yes, like that's the legal fucking requirement. Like, what are we?
You realize Offset has
And
a
then
girlfriend
I'm
right
not
now,
sure
hasn't
if
she?
y'all know. I'm
Your
not sure.
point being what, and he doesn't have a girlfriend that's pregnant.
Or husband.
And if you were pregnant by if you were so say you're married to a man and then y'all file for divorce and you get pregnant by another man, he's probably gonna put your head between a washer and dryer because now that man is going to be responsible for somebody else's child legally. That baby is born.
Bro.
Offset is responsible for that baby by default. So again, like
Willie,
why
you
are
gotta
we?
understand we talking about rich people though.
No, I don't give a shit who we talking about. We just the money and all that shit doesn't mean anything. We're
Yeah,
talking about the actual
rich people
issue.
make dumb decisions too, though.
Well,
As
yeah,
far as
clearly because they
being
married fucking
responsible for the
strippers.
kid,
All right,
though.
y'all. Let me go ahead and get some of the other folks in there before we start the debate. Miss Pearl, and then we'll go to Shanice. What are you guys' thoughts?
I kind of agree with everybody else. I think this is a subject as far as Cardi B that's not worth talking about because her behavior's just been reckless since we've been knowing her. But it goes to speak about a little deeper, I guess, as far as our community. This isn't just a rich topic or a celebrity topic. Women go outside marriages who are broke and cheat on their husbands cheat on wives, vice versa, getting pregnant. She came out and said she slept with somebody while she was pregnant. Women do that and it doesn't depend on how much money they have. So this ain't really, like I said, a rich or celebrity thing. We can look a little deeper into it and really question ourselves as to why we feel like this is acceptable. If you do make a certain amount of money, reckless is reckless. Like stupid is stupid. Disappointing behavior is disappointing behavior. I put blame on both of them. It took both of them to make a baby. Again, I would say if anything, she's operating out of hurt. I don't think she should be. This is me. I think she's operating out of hurt. I don't think she's upset. I think she's just doing anything just to run away from that. I don't think she's processing at all. If it wasn't Kelly Rowland that she was talking to, it was definitely Gayle King, where she said that Stefane had alluded to saying something like, let him heal her. So he already has his own issues. He thinks it's his job to heal a woman who has already experienced trauma way before him. That's not his job. And her thinking, oh my God, he said that he's so loving and that's not his job. Like she should be sitting down with a counselor or a therapist as opposed to Kelly Rowland, Gayle King, or even in a relationship. Again, people gonna make their decisions and do what they do. We know that already. But I don't think she's in a healthy mental space, emotional space. I think she's severely traumatized. I think she was even before she came into the money. But I think the money is just exacerbating her behavior. And I don't know too much about Stefane Diggs, but if I was somebody of his stature and his status, I wouldn't have got Cardi B pregnant. It doesn't matter if he has one child. It's just I would have thought he would have been a little bit more conscientious about who he laid down with. But again, this just me. The topic, again, to go a little deeper than just money. It's why do we keep thinking these reckless behaviors are acceptable? Or we just not really holding people accountable on both ends. I don't find it acceptable behavior for either one of them, but I'm gonna land my plane.
And you want to respond really quickly?
Well, just a follow-up question. Pearl, in your perspective, why do you think she should have gone to a counselor instead of entered a relationship?
I think that it's important for her to analyze her behavior because she was reckless even before she got with Offset. I didn't see a marriage and her having children as somehow domesticating or bringing her whole. She's broken in many words, and I'm not taking shots at her. I'm just saying she's been through a traumatic experience just like any other woman. When we go through those severe breakups, it's not wise for us to just go get in another relationship. She hasn't even processed what she could have possibly been doing wrong in a relationship. And again, the other man, why does he have to take on her baggage? It doesn't matter how successful she is, how attractive that she may be, what status she has. She is a woman that is emotionally and mentally unstable.
I really feel like she should have seek counseling before she went into another relationship. But we already knew from the beginning, we already knew who Cardi B was. From the jump. By the way, I love her. But we already knew who she was, you know? So we already knew that there was a mental situation there already. And marriage don't cover mental health. It does not. Love do not cover mental health. And hopping from one relationship to another relationship, it just makes things worse. And it's pretty much money is just covering. Another relationship is just covering hurt and pain. Can't nobody heal nobody. You can only heal yourself. And I land my plane there.
All right, go
Hey,
ahead.
Ricky, I missed
I'm
you.
coming to you, and I got you. Go ahead, Clout.
The topic's a little uninspiring for me because it's just like it's been said already. Like, this is Cardi B we're talking about. Like, the same Cardi B that we've been watching since Love and Hip Hop. She's been doing reckless things. That's her brand. I mean, you listen to her lyrics. She's talking about being reckless and doing reckless things. That's who she is. So for her to be doing something reckless, it's like I'm not surprised by that. And I mean, I don't think it's bad or good. I just think it's like it's just another example of like society, like, you know, like the powers that be dumbing us down. They put these people in front of us and they dress Cardi B up. They basically put a wig on a pig, they dress it up, and they sit her down and have this fake serious interview. And it's like, so that we can sit here and like observe it and talk about it and dissect it as though it's a moment in culture or like a moment in time that's relevant to anything. And it's not. It's literally just there to create a distraction. It's about nothing. Like, it's not news that any woman's having a kid, let alone Cardi B. You know what I mean? That's what happens. People have sex and they have kids next. So I don't know. I just think there's more important shit going on in the world.
Go ahead,
You
Ann.
know?
I hear what you're saying, but I want to offer that Cardi B's brand is all about female empowerment and using your sexuality to be empowered. And so while you might not think it's a relevant thing, I think it's important to pay attention to the parts where she said in that interview with Gail, I was really hesitant to get into a relationship. She also talks about them being friends first, and she was the one putting up walls and not allowing him in. And then he hits her with the, well, let me heal you. I don't think he was saying, like, let me take on the burdens of your entire history. I think he was saying, let me prove to you that love can be a safe place for you. And so, despite the fact, like, I want us to get away from like the materialism and their status and really just look at them as like just regular human beings. When you have gone through something with someone and you're a single mom with 3 kids, are we saying that like you should stay in your anger and your bitterness and your trauma? Or are we giving grace to the fact that like women can find love after loss? And I think given that that's her whole
You
brand
can,
about being empowered, like
you
this is
can, but I
another
would
form
say,
of empowerment.
No,
I'm
you
just
have to
trying to
heal
say.
first before you hop into
I
another
could hear
question.
where you're going with it, but the reason why I say it's nonsense is because it's like, okay, if it's empowered to be healed, right? It's empowering to finish one thing before you start another thing. Like, this entire scenario is messy, so I don't see what's empowering about creating a messy environment. Like, she's claiming that, you know, he's there healing her, but if she was truly healed, she would have been able to wait until her marriage was at least done before she came out with this. Like, to me, this it seems like she's just so excited and everything's moving so fast that she has to do a press conference, which to me is the opposite of healing and planning and being patient and being friends first. Like, it hasn't been that long since they divorce proceedings have started. It's probably been less than a year. I mean, I'm sure they've been going through things before, but that's part of being married. And at the end of the day, that's fine if y'all can keep it y'all business, but they've made it the world's business. Like, why is that? So how are you healing? How are you healing? And it's our business. Everybody knows what's going on. We're watching you go through it, and you're telling us that you're healing and that you were friends first. And that's nonsense. And we know that's nonsense. It's just a good
No,
story to sell.
she wasn't. She does. I'm not okay. I'm not condoning the behavior. I'm just saying, can we have empathy? We don't have to agree to understand. And what
Empathy
I'm
for what?
saying is
What are we empathizing with?
understand, empathizing with the fact that it's not just Cardi, but there are women who think, you can get the ring and you can get the title of wife and you can have 3 children and lose it all. Should you lay in your depression and distract yourself with work and whatever, or will you allow yourself to open yourself to love again?
Fail to forget, you said single mother. How are you treating your children? I could care less what you talk about from a nigga. I'm sorry. I care less. How about learning how to heal yourself so you can be the best mother you can be?
I mean,
because the kids will always
her
get
kids are cared
affected by
for.
it. I'm the last thing I'm worried
Are
about
they?
is a man. I have to make sure that I'm
Mhm.
consciously healed, I'm physically, spiritually healed, that I can still be a mother, so my kids can know how to endure if there is a divorce, if there is a tragic split in a family, that I can still do what I need to do. That's what I need to show my children. Now, if once I get healed, then yes. Once I do everything right, then yes. Yes, love is gonna come and all this extra stuff and flowers and unicorns and all that. But we skipping steps, and that's what it's showing. What you're saying exactly what she's doing. She's not even waiting for a divorce to be pregnant. We keep skipping steps, and that's why it's issues.
Also,
You're a mother, yes, but you're also a woman too, right? And she, like, I guess my question is, like, who are we to say, like, what's right and what's right in God's timing?
Clark, go
And
ahead
we
real
can
quick.
sit
I'm not
here
saying
and
what's right.
judge,
I'm just giving my opinion.
but I don't want to really hyperfixate on simply just Cardi. The bigger question is, like, if a woman has experienced some form of breakup and she has children and she was married, like, do you guys think that the only way to find peace is by being alone and healing in isolation? Why
Yes,
can't
and
she?
No,
and
hold on. Let me answer.
Okay.
Yeah, it was never about like isolation and depression and all that. Nobody's saying she has to be alone and can't date and do all of that. To me, it's about the fact that she's doing everything so fast and so publicly. Like, you can date someone and care about them and be in love and not have a baby while you're still married. Like, you cannot do that. Like, there's so much birth control. There's so much tools to plan parenthood. And yet you choose to do it at the messiest time. That's going to be the most embarrassing.
Hey y'all. I really don't. First of all, Cardi is not black. She does not represent black women. Black women don't move like that. I don't know when she became the standard. I feel like when we move like that, we do it in silence. I felt like she purposely like got pregnant because she was mad because Offset embarrassed her. I felt like the label that she's under used it as an opportunity to push out this album, and she's stuck in the crosshairs. I don't know any woman that want to just come out and be like, "Oh, I'm pregnant and I'm still married." I feel like the label had a lot to do with her pushing that out, because we know people be pregnant and they don't even come outside and they pop up and there's a 2-year-old. So I felt like that was pushed from the label, and I think that Cardi is Cardi, but I think that she just got caught in the hype. But I don't think this is any representation of like how black people are in their marriages. Yeah, things happen, but do you have to, like everyone's saying, it don't have to be so public. It was a personal decision that she made. And I don't think that she even knows what healing is to say she's healed. The interview, she said absolutely nothing. She doesn't know this man. I thought the man was gay. I don't even know how he got a kid, because years ago he was caught with a dude. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just like, what's really going on? You know, it'd be Hollywood stuff going on behind the scenes. And I get what you're trying to say, because I know you're like pro-woman and you're trying to make excuses for her, but I just don't think that we should be making excuses for ignorant behavior. That's whole shit. She literally got pregnant while she was married. Ain't no swinging it. I don't care if y'all not together. I was married. I was separated for 2 years. It's shit you just don't do. It's about morals and having, that compass. Like, your baby is not even one, and you out here like really like just busting it open, like to have another baby. That's not weird to you.
No. I'm not. I'm not condoning that behavior.
Before you go in, look, because you also use the example of Sierra, and I guess you're comparing Russell Wilson to Stefan Diggs. You are
no. Sierra had a child. Sierra had a child with Future. True or false?
Yeah, she had a child with Future, and then
how
Russell
long
Wilson,
was it? How long was it when she met Russell?
Her forever husband came, and she's married and happily ever after, right?
Right.
We're talking about Stefan Diggs, right? The man who was on a yacht with other bitches 2 months ago, right? And Cardi had to kind of come like, oh yeah, we let him, we poly. He can do what he want, right? But she said it's her boyfriend and she's pregnant, and you talking about she healing. But like, the thing is, she can do whatever she want. because she's a grown up and it's her life. And on top of that, she's rich. I don't care what she do, right? Things not going to affect her that affect the average poor woman. However, we not going to act like she's healing because she just had a baby with the same nigga she just left, who did all this. Like, he's the same nigga. She left Offset, who was cheating with other bitches, just to get a new nigga who's going to be with other bitches and just let him be with other bitches. Like, he's the same guy.
Should have let Offset have other bitches.
Like, and you talking about, oh, she's healing. Like, we're not going to cover up people being stupid. She can do what she wants. We don't care what she do whatever the fuck she wants. She's a grown up. However, we're not going to sprinkle the healing stuff on top of it and all that type of stuff. We ain't going to do that.
Why is healing and fucking always synonymous for women? Like, that's all it is. It's fucking. It ain't
It's
healing.
not, bro. It's synonymous with hoes.
That's all she gets.
It's not synonymous with women, bro. It's synonymous with hoes. Like, so anytime a woman has attached healing to some sort of sexual act she's doing or the dating she does, she's a whore. Like, it's the unspoken law. Like, only whores think that way. Like, no wifely woman thinks that, oh, part of my healing journey is going to be taking an extra mile or two of dick along the way. Like, I got a prescription for, like, you know what I'm saying, for penis from my psychologist.
So empowered.
Yeah. And then, like, what we're doing, right? What Ann seems to be doing,
getting twisted up in the pretzel must feel real powerful.
Advocating for bald-headed hoe shit under the guise of female empowerment, and that is, like, as Hick says, nasty work. Like, so as bad of a role model as we're saying that Cardi B is, the message that Ann has for this is, if not worse, than what Cardi B is doing, because it's bad enough to do the dumb shit. You get pregnant while you're married. Like, if we just can't unilaterally understand that's fucking retarded, then there's something wrong with us. But the people who support that are also equally, unfortunately, as retarded because they support the dumb shit.
But it's justified because Offset cheated, so it doesn't matter. You know what I mean? A woman scorned, yada, yada, yada. You know the rest.
www.madeupmonkeyshit.com.
But we also gotta, when you ask, like, what should she be doing? Like, is she supposed to be? Listen, if you get out of a relationship, you need to be alone. So yes, she does need to isolate. She does need to process what happened. She does need to process, what am I looking for? Because when you don't process what you're looking for, you end up with Offset number 2, which is Stefane Diggs.
Own admission, she had said that she was in a depressive state and she couldn't even eat and get out of bed. And it was Stefane who came to her as a friend who was initially just checking in on her. As things progressed, they started having fun together, and he was the one pursuing her, to which she said she wasn't sure that she could she even had space for another relationship. She was scared. And he insisted on how he was going to be a safe space for her. And now here we are, right? I'm not, like, all things aside, I'm not condoning the behavior, but I can see how we can extrapolate this and really ask the question, how does one open up their heart? It doesn't necessarily have to be like your legs included,